How's everyone doing? What a great crowd. How's everyone doing out there? My name is Chris Bowe, Senior Tournament Manager with Bass. I want to welcome you all to the third and final day of the Bass Pro Shops, the Bassmaster Central Open here on Ross Burnett Reservoir. Of course, we're in Pearl, Mississippi. It's been too long since Bass has been to Mississippi. What do you think? I've been talking to a lot of folks, and we're going to make sure that drought doesn't last nearly as long next time. It's been a tremendous week here that we've had so far. Of course, we started off with a little bit of a rough patch. I know a lot of you are familiar with what happened early in the week, actually last Sunday, with the sudden tragic death of Jimmy Johnson, and we have been in close contact with the family. They've had some services over the last 24 hours, and we're told things have been going as well as can be expected, and they understand and appreciate that, of course, Jimmy is in the thoughts and prayers of all the anglers, but as well the great fans of bass, and of course those here in Mississippi, and they really do appreciate that, and they're glad to see the tournament is going on, and we've had a tremendous couple days out on Ross Burnett Reservoir, and we started with 148 boats, and we pair in these pro-am formats. We pair two anglers, a pro angler and a co-angler together. So we started with nearly 300 anglers, and we have now pared it down to our top 12 pros and co-anglers that hit the water at 7 a.m. this morning for our Toyota takeoff, and they've been out there for 8 hours. They checked in at 3. I want you to put your hands together for the great folks with the Ridgeland PD and the Pearl PD for getting them here safe and sound with that real cool police escort. That's a tremendous feeling for these anglers to feel so special. So they've gotten in. They're over there. Obviously, we've got some anglers lining up. But before we get started weighing fish, we got some folks we want to thank. And hopefully you visited some of them that are here today, our partners that make all these Bass Pro Shops, Bassmaster Opens happen. But we got a lot of them we need to thank. And, of course, it starts with our title sponsor, the Bass Pro Shops. And they've been so fantastic. This is our third year of the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open Series, and doing these weigh-ins right in the parking lot, and it's each and every time I'm amazed at what a terrific staff that they have, and I really appreciate them here in Pearl. It's the first time we've been here, so you got to kind of get them up to speed on what we do, and they were right there at every wish, and we cannot do it without them. Of course, I want to also thank our other partners with Toyota, and I hope you got over there and filled out a registration for a drawing for a $100 Bass Pro Shop gift card that Toyota's going to have. And if you haven't, you got an opportunity to get over there still. So they'll stick around for a little bit. Of course, I want to thank Berkeley Baits and Evan Williams Bourbon, Triton Boats, and Mercury Outboards. And I want to mention that our winning pro angler, in addition to over $6,000 cash and potentially a 2014 Bassmaster Classic berth, our winning pro is going to win a brand new Triton boat. That's a 19XS powered by a Mercury 200 horsepower Pro XS motor. So it's a boat motor package worth over $40,000 in addition to that cash award of over $6,000 cash, and of course the Bassmaster Classic berth, and that really is the big carrot that all these pro anglers are shooting for. That Bassmaster Classic, considered the Super Bowl of fishing, and an angler, in order to get that qualification, of course, Stephen Browning qualifying with us at the first stop of the Bass Pro Shop Central Series at the Red River. And Chris Jones, just about a month ago, he finished up his season this week by competing in the third event and solidifying that qualification. And he did it through the event on the Arkansas River in Muskogee, Oklahoma. We're take a look at things today, and we see that only one angler, the angler in 11th place, Keith Combs. You see Keith on the Bassmaster Elite Series, of course, has had 2 significant wins this season, including winning one of the stops of the 2013 Bassmaster Elite Series Trail. Keith Combs is the only angler out of the 12 sitting in 11th place that did not fish the 2 events. So there's a very, very good chance that we're going to have another Bassmaster Classic qualifier right here today. I also want to thank Skeeter Boats and Yamaha Outboards and our co-anglers. We did start with 148 co-anglers, and if you're a Bass member, you can go ahead and log on to Bassmaster.com, find out the information for the 2014 Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open Series, and you can sign up to come out here and compete as a co-angler and be paired up with one of these great tour pros. Our winning co-angler is going to win a brand new Skeeter boat powered by a Yamaha outboard, a boat motor package ready to really get out there, go fishing, and maybe even move over to the pro division. I also want to thank Humminbird Electronics, Minn Kota Trolling Motors, and of course, Nitro Boats. And you can check out some of the great Nitro Mercury rigs right over there. Give all those sponsors a big round of applause if you would. In addition, we have some great supporting sponsorships, and of course, Boat US, in their Boat US Angler program. It's a tow service offered up to the anglers. They've sent a towboat to each and every event this season, and I really appreciate that from a tournament director's perspective, to have that peace of mind that if our anglers are out in the water, happen to have mechanical issues, they're able to get back. So I really want to extend my hand and say thank you to them for a tremendous season in 2013. Of course, Carhartt has a big bass of the tournament program. It's a $500 award for the Carhartt Big Bass on both the pro and co-angler side. Of course, if you're at Madison Landing over there in Ridgeland yesterday, how many folks saw Rowan Martin, the legend, weighing that 6 pound, 7 ounce largemouth bass, currently the Carhartt Big Bass of the tournament on the co-angler side? And we had a 6'2", 6 pounds, 2 ounces on the co-angler division, still leading, and those are going to be some tough fish to knock off. I want to thank Livingston Lures. They support us, not only showing up here with some great product to show to all you folks, but we have a Livingston Lure Leader Award. That is our angler on both the pro side and the co-angler side that is leading the tournament going into the top 12 day. Of course, Randall Tharp leading after day 1 and day 2. We got a Randall Tharp fan over there. He was leading after day 1 and then carried on to day 2. So he led the anglers out this morning at 7 o'clock and got the $250 bonus for the Livingston Lure Leader. And of course, Will Major with over a 3-pound lead in the co-angler side, but we have seen some heroes to zeros each and every day. So Will, although he's feeling confident, talked to him this morning, he is not solidly locked. There's anybody in this field behind him could jump up and bite him and catch him. So looking forward to a great weigh-in. Of course, want to thank Power Pole, and of course they got some products over there for you to take a look at. And I want to thank Lowrance and Shimano. They do a fantastic job in their Shimano live release boat, getting all these fish back to the lake. And of course, Diet Mountain Dew new this year, and we're really excited to have them on board and looking for bigger and bigger things from them. So give all those supporting sponsors a big round of applause. And I mentioned Ridgeland Police Department, but there were a lot of great folks in Ridgeland that made this happen. And of course, the Ridgeland Tourism Commission, put your hands together for them, because they are the ones who said, you know what, Bass hasn't been here in a long time. We need to get them back. And they really made the connections with our folks at Bass headquarters and made it happen. And I want to extend my thanks personally to them. They're really our eyes and ears on the ground to get this thing rolling, and I appreciate all of their help. And I got one more individual, and I'm going to bring him up here on the stage, but I'm going to kind of mention the group first, Will, if you don't mind. Put your hands together for all the volunteers with the yellow caps, many of them from Mississippi College. They are the ones that allow us to take such great care of these fish and get them back where they can be caught again. So we're about ready to get this thing rolling. We got the anglers lining up. Before we do, though, we got one more piece of business, like we always do with our Bass Tournament weigh-ins. If we can get you to please rise, and most of you are, and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Of course, the flag is located over our Bass Pro Shop store here in Pearl, Mississippi. right, I think we're ready to get this thing rolling. Keep your hands together for Will Hedgepath coming on up. Will, again, organizing this volunteer effort, and we can't get it done without these volunteers. They are vital to the success we have here.
Oh, yes, we've had a great time being out here. I've just loved to see all the hard work that everybody's put in. It's been really awesome.
Well, I'm ready to weigh some fish. How about you, Will?
Oh, I'm ready.
How about you folks? You ready to see some fish? Wade, get this thing rolling. All right, well, keep your hands together for our first angler. He started the day in 12th place in the pro division. He's from Center, Texas. His name is Philip Krila. He told me this morning he's got nowhere to go but up, and he's fishing with co-angler Dustin Ronga from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Dustin said he's going to take a little time out of the deer stand today to come fishing with us this morning. All right, yeah, he had a little itchy trigger finger there. It's okay. There we go. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead and get Dustin to come on up, bring his fish. What? No fish? What happened?
It was tough today, man. They were hitting it, but they wouldn't eat it. We were throwing a frog.
And we heard a lot of that all week. A lot of the anglers throwing a frog out there, and we're hearing a lot of stories of them just knocking that thing up in the air, but not really, engulfing it.
Yeah, they weren't eating it.
All right. Well, you had a great week. Anyone you want to say thank you to?
Just hi to my mom and dad, just home watching on the internet.
Right. Good to have them watching at home, and solid week. Put your hands together for Dustin. 148 co-anglers started this thing. Right now you're sitting in 5th place. You're going to get yourself a nice check.
Yeah. Hopefully, somebody behind me, a couple people, didn't catch them too, so won't fall too far behind, but.
All right. You don't want to wish bad on others though, do you?
Well, not bad, but just not good.
There you go. Well said. All right. Thank you. All right, Philip. How about you come on up? Philip, fishing on the pro side. Like I said, he said he nowhere to go but up. All right, we'll go ahead and send Philip's boat back to the boatyard. Philip's going to come here and tell us about his day.
I got 4. I'm moving up till the next person weighs in.
That's right. Okay, sitting in 12th place right now. Going to go ahead and get a weight on him. Settling on down, 5 pounds and 1 ounce, 5'1". Gonna move you all the way up into 4th place with a total weight of 25 pounds and 3 ounces. You got a decent one to take a photo of?
I wouldn't take a photo of those.
Oh, what? They're just not ready for that. They gotta do a little growing up first.
Yeah, I saved those for y'all. Y'all can catch them. They're out there.
So tell us a little bit about your week and what you did to get inside the top 12.
All I did was I picked up a frog every day. There's a few key bites that I didn't get. Today I had one big one, just right off the bat. So my day went downhill and it stayed at the bottom of the hill.
All right. Well, you moved all the way up into 4th place. If, all the anglers were in the field from here on out zeroed, you'll finish in 4th place.
So I'm moving up.
Moving on up. All right. Thank you, Philip. And when he is exiting, we're going to go ahead and have our next angler come on up here. Welcome to the stage, Keith Combs. You see Keith on the Bassmaster Elite Series on ESPN2 each and every week. He's fishing with Kevin Deshane from Midlothian, Texas. Kevin has 12 pounds and 6 ounces after 2 days of competition. He's sitting in 2nd place. He was just behind Will Major, about 3 pounds, so he's needing that. He's needing 3.8 to get into the lead. He has a limit of bass. That's 3 fish on the co-angler side. Yeah, put your hands together for him. Putting together a limit of bass here on the co-angler side. Nicely done. You got 3.8 so you can take over this lead?
I think I do, but not much more.
All right. If you do, we're going to go ahead and put you in the co-angler hot seat looking for 3 pounds, 8 ounces. We're going to go ahead and get him to settle down. The wind's going to play a little havoc here. 4 pounds, 7 ounces. There's a new leader. Go ahead and hold one of those up for me. Then I'm going to talk to you, Kevin. You're leading right now. You're looking at a brand new. There we go. Oh, come talk to me, man. Where are you going?
How's it going?
It's wonderful. How's it going for you? Looking at a brand new skeeter boat powered by a Yamaha outboard.
Not bad. Not a bad combo.
Yeah, you take that, huh?
Oh, yeah, in a heartbeat.
All right. So what was the keys to success this week?
Changing it up a lot. I did different stuff every day. Every one of my pros were doing something different, so, it was different every day. I just had to kind of change up with the different stuff we were fishing, and, that's just keep up with everything, so.
All right, of the three styles, you say it's different every day. What style was your favorite of the three? What day did you feel the most comfortable?
None of them, actually, but I caught fish on swim jig and frog in the pads the first day. The second day we were on some schooling fish, so that was different. And then today, most everything came on a crankbait, so.
Your fish are uneducated? They don't go to school?
No, I don't think so.
All right, great job. Thank you. First place. Don't go anywhere. Oh, I'm sorry. Have a seat right here. I got to get you on the right side. Yep. I got you going. Ooh, we don't talk about that. All right, 4 pounds, 7 ounces for you today. Going to have you in the lead right now. And then we're going to welcome up. Come on up, Keith Combs. You see him again on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Ah, man. He's got a 5-fish limit. He started the day in 11th place. He's sitting in 12th right now because Phillip moved up. But he's going to take the lead with a 5-fish limit. We're looking for 8 pounds, 11 ounces. You got it here, Keith?
I think I'm a little short on that.
Looking for 8 pounds, 11 ounces, 6 pounds and 10 ounces. Going to put you in third place. You got one you can hold up for me?
I hope.
Find a big one. All right, find the not so small one. How's that?
It's hard to find a not so small one around here.
All right, well done. Obviously, you found a few. You're sitting in third place right now with a total weight of 27 pounds, 4 ounces, 27.4. Coming into the event, was this your expectations here?
I didn't have much history on Ross Barnett. This is my first time coming here, and I got a couple days practice. When I got out there, I looked at all the pads and all the vegetation, and that's right where I went. I got up in there, threw a Strike King frog, and just covered water and caught like absolutely nothing. And so I figured I better put a little game plan together on something else, and I started fishing little docks and kind of man-made banks, seawalls, rocks, and things like that. And I could get bit, and I didn't really think that would be the winning pattern because the lake just looks so good. It's an incredible looking place, but that's really what I did. I just got up on the docks, and I flipped a 3/8 ounce green pumpkin and blue Strike King jig, and threw a little worms today to catch them. It got so tough, but a little Strike King 7-inch worm, and caught a lot of them on a little KVD 1.5 chartreuse black. They'll eat that thing anywhere, but it was a tough week, and just caught 5 a day.
Yeah, you're right, and we heard that a lot this week. There's so much good-looking stuff. It's really hard. I think it's as hard as it is for the anglers to decide where they want to fish. I think it's hard for the fish to decide where they want to set up.
I think it is. This is really a tough time of year. I'm sure this is an absolutely, outstanding fishery in the spring or something like that, but we saw it today. A lot of fish, are kind of moving into the bays where there's not a lot of cover, and they're just kind of schooling in open water, so you got a lot of that going on. And those fish are really hard to catch because they're not by any, in one particular piece of cover. So I don't think the lake's really showing its true potential this week, but it's an awesome looking place to fish. It looks like you're going to catch one every cast.
All right, well, great job this week, sitting in third place with 27 pounds, 4 ounces. Thank you, Keith Combs. All right, we're going to welcome up our next pro angler, back-to-back Elite Series pros coming on up here from Hot Springs, Arkansas. Put your hands together for Stephen Browning. Of course, Stephen won our first stop of the Bass Pro Shops of Bassmaster Central Open Series on the Red River this year. Shreveport, Bossier City. Punched his ticket to the Bassmaster Classic. He's fishing with TK Frederick Jr. from Walker, Louisiana. We're going to go ahead and ask TK to come on up. Oh, I'm not seeing him reaching for a Berkeley bag, which means to me a little bit of a tough day, but I think we got to put our hands together for TK for coming on up here, making that top 12 out of 148 co-anglers starting the week. You're sitting right now in 9th place. You got to be proud of your efforts.
Oh, I'm definitely proud. It was just one of them tough days. I'm glad I was here and can't wait for it next year.
Well, don't let it beat yourself up too bad. I'm sure even Stephen Browning's had a tough day now and then. Thank you for coming out fishing with Bass, and we'll see you next year, I hope, okay? All right. That's going to have us bring up Stephen Browning. Stevens from Hot Springs, Arkansas. He's got 5 fish limit. He's looking for 8 pounds and 3 ounces. Oh man, that'd be a sweet deal to win 2 of these Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Central Opens this year.
Well, I tell you what, Chris, I had a real good day today, but it was those first and second day that probably going to keep me out of it.
Today's weight, 16 pounds, 14 ounces. A new Lucky Strike heavyweight bag of the tournament. The heaviest one-day weight. Oh, he's going to give Mr. Martin a run, too. What? My goodness, Stephen. Want to weigh that one for big fish of Mr. Martin, Rowan Martin. You might know him. He put a 6-pound, 7-ounce largemouth on the scales yesterday.
Well, I don't know if that'll quite go 6-7, but boy, I'll tell you one thing. When I hooked her, I knew she was the one that I needed to make a big move today.
What an outstanding day. Today's weight on that, 5-pounder. Just a good solid 5-pound fish, but the kind of bite you want out here on a tough week on Ross Burnett.
Well, you know, it has. It's gotten tougher and tougher as the week's gone on, but it seemed like I've been getting a little bit more dialed in. I just, it's one of those deals where you have to kind of figure out what they're doing at that particular day. And all 3 days I've changed up a lot. And, I started with a live target, topwater hollow belly frog in the pads. And just didn't get the bites that I thought I should have gotten. And then I started just moving out deep. I flipped a zinker all day yesterday, which is a stick bait by Z-Man. And today I just went fishing, just tried to do a lot of different things. And, I caught a couple of those good ones early and kind of got that momentum, and then it kind of slid off a little bit. Then I caught that big one kind of late in the day, and I knew that we had a chance to have a real big day. So we'll just have to sit back and relax for a while.
All right, started the day in 10th place. He's going to sit in this chair right here and make himself some money. All right, come on up, our next angler. Put your hands together for this young man coming all the way from Australia to fish the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open Series. Carl Jacobson from Queensland, Australia, fishing with his co-angler Danny Barlow from Mississippi. We really do have an international flair here with an Australian angler and a Japanese angler all making the top 12. And of course, we got Cliff Crochet. He's he's far from, you know what I'm saying, Stephen? All right. How you doing, Danny?
I'm good. Anytime you're in the top 12, you're doing good.
You did great this week. You got one fish here. What'd you catch this fish on today?
Every fish this week's come on a wacky rig.
All right, we'll get it to settle on down on the scales. There it is, 1 pound, 1 ounce. Going to move you up a few places, up to 7th place with 10 pounds even. I really appreciate you coming out and fishing with Bass. Anyone you want to say hello to watching here in the audience or watching at home on Bassmaster.com?
Yeah, all my wife, my kids, all my friends. Thank everybody for the support. Just thank y'all very much. We just moved here to Madison. Really appreciate Bass coming here.
All right, and we appreciate the whole Mississippi area, of course, Ridgeland, Madison, being so welcoming. Thank you, Danny. Appreciate you. All right. Now we're going to have him come do it. He's from Queensland, Australia. What? Carl Jacobson, come on up. He's got a limit of bass if you're watching at home. 21 pounds and 3 ounces. Needs to have a big day, though, to knock Stephen. Looking for 16 pounds, 14 ounces to take over the lead. He's got a pretty hefty sack there. Or this is going to get interesting, isn't it?
No, I haven't got enough to knock Steve off, but I don't really care. I'm the happiest man alive right now.
Today's weight for you, 11 pounds and 4 ounces. Cold a couple up for me, moving him up into 2nd place with a total weight of 32 pounds and 7 ounces. What a day, man. The guy is trying to live his dream in the United States. And he's done well here today. This money is going to help you keep that dream alive, isn't it?
Definitely. My flight's booked back for Australia in 2 weeks because I'd run pretty much out of money, and I'm basically going home to try and sort out to get back next year. So this check will be very welcome for the next couple of weeks.
You can go back to eating again. That's always nice, right?
No, I've this week, I've fished over here for 3 years, and so far, and up until 3 years ago, it was the first time I ever caught a largemouth bass. So I've been fishing all my life, fishing tournaments in Australia, and my dream was always to fish against the best in the world over here. And I've had an unbelievable 3 years. I've fished all over the states. I've fished all the Bassmaster Opens that I can. And this is the first top 12 I've made, so I'm very happy.
Give him a big round of applause. Young man coming all the way from Australia. Well done, Carl. It's been a pleasure having you here. I'm glad to see you do so well this week because I really, really do look forward to seeing you in the future.
I'll definitely be back next year. It'll be my last real shot with my visa and everything to make the elites. But I do have to thank all my sponsors because this year they fully funded everything over here. So Hobie Fishing, they come on board, Miller Rods, Shimano, Bassman Spinnerbaits, and of course Skeeter Yamaha. They were the first to get behind me when I first came over here. They didn't know who I was. I was sponsored by Skeeter in Australia, and they got behind me. And the Yamaha and the Skeeter have never let me down once over 3 years of the toughest fisheries all over America. So you can't beat that.
All right. Great job, young man. Thank you. 32 pounds, 7 ounces. Going to send him off in second place. Great job, Carl. All right. Coming on up. First top 12 for this young man, Jeff Avery from El Dorado, Arkansas. He's fishing with co-angler from Grand Bay, Alabama, Carlton Tip. Rolling on up there in that beautiful Toyota Tundra pickup. How we feeling over here?
Hot.
You hot? You need a beverage?
Water would be awesome.
All right, we're going to ask them to grab you a beverage there. How about you, Steven? All right, we got two. Steven said Bud Light. No, I'm kidding, Steven. Oh, he'll take a Diet Mountain Dew, of course. He loves that stuff. That's good stuff right there. Thank you, Steven. All right, come on up, Carlton. Sorry, we're just, I multitask here. I just became a server. All right, how you doing?
Doing good.
All right, you got one fish. Needs to go a mere 7 pounds and 13 ounces to move you in the lead.
I don't think I got it.
I don't think you do either, but you have had a great week here. 1 pound, 2 ounces is going to move you up into sixth place with 10-3. Who do you want to say hello to?
To my wife and my mom. They surprised me. I didn't think they were coming up, so they drove up from Grand Bay, south of Mobile, so I'm happy to see them. And
oh, thank you for coming up and checking us out. There they are over there. It's good. And we see that a lot. A lot of the anglers get surprises like that. I'm not sure if they want to come see their favorite angler, if they're hoping you might win some money and they can get a shopping trip out of it.
that's probably what they're coming up for.
Well, there's a big outlet mall going in right there. I think it's closed, though, so you might be in good shape this week.
Yeah, but there's a Sam's,
Okay, big spender. All right, 10 pounds and 3 ounces. Going to have you sitting in sixth place overall. It's been a tremendous week. Really a pleasure to have you. Glad the family came up, and we'll see you hopefully next year on the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open Series.
I've enjoyed it. Had a good year.
All right, thank you, Carlton. When Carlton's exiting, we're going to have Jeff Avery come on up. Jeff has 21 pounds and 9 ounces after 2 days of competition. He's sitting in 12th place. Now he's the man who has nowhere to go but up. He needs some big weight at 16 pounds and 8 ounces, 16.8 to get in the lead. 5 fish limit. How you doing, Jeff?
Oh, I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. It's been a tremendous week for you.
Yeah, it has. It's been good. Don't have a lot today, but proud to get them. They were hard earned.
Was it windy out there this afternoon?
It was. It wasn't too bad where I was. I was up the river, but
7 pounds, 7 ounces for you.
all right. But yeah, it was pretty windy. The ride back was pretty windy for sure. It's pretty rough.
Someone said it was white capping out there this afternoon.
It was a little bit. Sure was.
All right. Well, anyone you want to say hello to, or anybody you need to thank that really helped you out this week?
Oh, a bunch of people. My parents and wife and kids are out there somewhere. There they are.
Right, front and center. They came early.
Yeah, they did. But I don't know a lot of people. EK's Marine out of West Monroe, Louisiana. Bass Cat, Mercury, Motor Guide, and God, because kept us safe out here. So, it's been a good week.
Been a great week for you. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate you coming out. Fourth place right now with 29 pounds even. All right, we got our next boat rolling on up here. I see a couple guys shaking hands there. It's been a great day for them. Justin Lucas from Gunnersville, Alabama, fishing alongside our Livingston lure leader on the co-angler side, Will Major. And I talked to the Livingston folks, Will, and they said, come on over after the weigh and check out their product. They're going to hook you up, man. All right, come on up, Will. Will is looking for 1 pound, 1 ounce to jump into the lead. He had a big lead. He's got 1 fish. And it doesn't look like a 7-pounder, so it's going to be interesting. How you feeling, Will?
Very nervous.
1-1. We've seen a lot of fish 1 pound and 1 ounce this week.
It's going to be close.
All right. Thank you, Kevin. Bam! 1 pound, 4 ounces. Whew! Man.
Wow, that's close.
That's what it comes down to. Look at that fish. That fish right there could be worth a brand new Skeeter boat powered by a Yamaha outboard. That is the most important 1 pound, 4 ounce fish you have ever caught, and I guarantee that.
I hope so. I would like to thank my son-in-law. He went a little diving for his fish yesterday instead of catching them, and he gave me the secret bait during the tournament to catch most of my fish.
What was that?
A Zoom horny toad, and the trick was it was solid white. And if you can find one around here, you better buy it.
What do you think? Bass Pro Shops, you guys got some solid white horny toads in there?
No, they don't, because we had to go all the way to Denham Springs Bass Pro Shop to get 1 pack.
All the way to Denham Springs?
And that's what caught that monster just now.
Well, that was some gas money well spent, I think. You're sitting in the lead right now. I'm going to ask you to take a seat right over here in the co-angler hot seat and see what happens.
Can I shake hands with this fellow? I fished with him in Sam Raven.
Absolutely. Shake hands with Stephen Browning. All right. Now, when Will's taking his seat, we're going to go ahead and get Gunnersville, Alabama. Of course, that's home of the 2014 Bassmaster Classic, and Justin would love to join us there. He needs 16 pounds, 5 ounces, take over lead. He's going to shake Mr. Browning's hand because it's not going to happen. He's 1 shy of his limit with 4 fish. We'll get a weight on him. 7 pounds, 8 ounces is going to move you up inside the top 5 into 4th place.
And it was a tough day out there. This lake, it's got a lot of fish, but it's got more lily pads than fish, and they love getting hung up in those lily pad stems. But I gotta say thanks to Jackson, Mississippi. This has been a blast. You guys, the hospitality here is fantastic. I gotta thank Taylor Ramey. I don't know if he's out here, but he let me crash in a twin bed in his house all week. It was very comfortable, and I loved it, man. But I caught a lot of fish this week on a tie lines UV craw, and caught some on a frog, of course, and then also some on a new umbrella rig from Eco Pro Tungsten. It's called the Roll Tide rig, and it's an awesome rig. So you guys check it out.
All right, well, great job. 29 pounds, 4 ounces. Going to have you sitting in 4th place. Justin Lucas from Gunnersville, Alabama, one of the young and up and coming pros. Hey, come on up. Gene Eisenman from Frisco, Texas. He is fishing with his co-angler Noel Elwin from Brandon, Mississippi. All right, and Noel has a limit of bass. Whew, this is going to get interesting, Will. Noel here's got himself a limit. How you feeling?
Nervous.
Uh-oh. All right. Go ahead and stick that right in there. Let me help you a little bit. Ooh, this is going to get very interesting. He's got a limit of bass. That's a 3-fish limit. They must be 12 inches long. Needs to have 8 pounds, 3 ounces to take over the lead. 5 pounds, 11 ounces. Not going to be enough, but move you up into third place.
All right, thank you. This has been a great experience. Had a great guide today. Gene really helped me out, and I give him a lot of credit today. He's got a good string of fish, too.
All right. Okay. Well, we appreciate that. Anyone else you want to say thanks to or give a shout out to?
Sure, Bass Pro, Chris Jones, Jim Dillard, all good guys.
All right. And you're a great guy as well. Thank you, Noel, sitting in third place right now with 14 pounds, 10 ounces. Going to get a solid check from Bass this week. All right. He does have a 5-fish limit. We heard Noel say that they were some good ones in there. He's looking for 15 pounds, 12 ounces. Had a solid day on day number 1. Fell off a little bit on day number 2, but it looks like you rebounded here on day number 3.
I think I rebounded a lot.
Let's go ahead and get a weight. We're looking for 15 pounds, 12 ounces. 13 pounds and 8 ounces, going to move him up into second place. Hold a couple of those up, Gene. Great job. Just about 2 pounds, 2¼ pounds away from taking over the lead. Steven, I'll tell you what, there's that hot seat's nice. You can just make money just sitting right there. You did it at the Red River. You're doing it again. But, Gene, you've had a fantastic week as well.
Yeah, I had a great week. Yesterday I made some huge mental errors, and it cost me everything because I should have had what I had today yesterday.
And you really can't do that. I mean, these 3-day Pro-Am formats with 3 events throughout the season, you really just can't have one slip up.
No, you can't. Not against these guys. You can't even. Every star, every cloud, everything's got to align. So.
Well, you've done very well this week. A total weight of 35 pounds and 13 ounces.
Yeah, I want to tell my wife and kids hello. Hadn't seen them. I've been gone 6 of the last 8 weeks. I miss them. I'm coming home, and then I may go hunting. But.
All right. Sounds like a good plan. You can get yourself some new boots in Bass Pro Shops if you want with this check, okay? 13 pounds, 8 ounces today. Total weight of 35.13. Second place overall. Great job, Gene. All right, get your listening ears on, because here comes from Pierre Part, Louisiana, Cliff Crochet, the Cajun baby, fishing alongside Craig Duvall from Denham Springs, Louisiana. Oh, man, this might get difficult. We may need an interpreter up here. All right, let's go ahead and get Craig. Of course, they've been talking to each other all day, too, so that doesn't help any. Oh, Craig. Oh, man, but come up and talk to the folks. You're sitting in 5th place still, despite not weighing a fish today.
Just didn't get on nothing. They left. He was on them, but they hauled. Dried up.
They saw him coming, and they packed up and got out of Dodge, huh?
That's it.
All right, well, great job this week. 10 pounds.
I need to thank Miss Lisa Sterner that I fished with yesterday. She helped me out.
She's a great up-and-coming lady angler, or established lady angler, always has a fantastic tournament with the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Opens. All right. Now we'll have the Cajun baby come on up. He has 23 pounds and 3 ounces after 2 days of competition. He's got just 2 fish today, though, but 1 giant. Not going to be enough, but sitting in 12th place right now, going to make himself some money. 2 very important fish. These fish right here are going to be worth probably thousands of dollars a piece.
I like thousands of dollars. Hey, you made a joke that they may not be able to understand me. I bet they understand Go Tigers.
They understand it. They probably don't like it, though.
They may not like it, but they may have to deal with it in a couple hours.
That's what you gotta love about doing a tournament in the fall down here in SEC country. It can get a little ugly, can't it? Well, I see a few Tiger. How many Tiger fans do we have in the audience? All right. What about Mississippi fans? Mississippi State? Oh, I think State might have took it.
You think Jackson State's gonna win this weekend?
I guarantee it. Call Vegas. I'm putting my money on Jackson State this weekend.
Yeah. Maybe I ought to start betting on football games and get fishing the rest for a couple months.
Well, great week. Anything you want to talk about? You told us that you were not throwing the frog. I found that real hard to believe. So did you resort to it at all today? Obviously only bringing in 2 fish. You're struggling a little bit. Did you say, man, I got to go to my strength?
I did a little bit, but during the week I caught them all flipping honey bunny plastic, 80-pound braid, 1.5 ounce range tungsten weight. And what I did was instead of fishing all the pads, I just looked for isolated clumps of water lilies or hyacinths or gator grass and just flip isolated patches of cover. And if you fished enough of them, you catch you one. Today, I guess I didn't fish enough of them.
Well, it's been a great week for you. I appreciate you coming out and fishing with us. I look forward to, I know you got a little bit of an off season now, but I look forward to seeing you next year all season long. Of course, the Bassmaster Elite Series. Of course, I know you're one to always jump into these Bass Pro Shops, Bassmaster Open events as well.
Yeah, I like the opens, and I like next year. You know, Bassmaster is before the Classic, so we'll give it a go. We'll go home and hang out with Sarah and look for a couple deer and get ready to go next year.
All right, thank you, Cliff. Put your hands together for Elite Series Pro Cliff Crochet, 7th place right now. All right, this is where it starts getting interesting. Come on, put your hands together for Gerald Sporer from Gonzales, Louisiana. He is fishing from Kaufman, Texas, with Kaufman, Texas is Rick Parker. Rick's fishing on the co-angler side. He's got at least 1 fish because I see him going to get that Berkeley bag. Needs to be 5 pounds and 9 ounces. Ooh, that one's not quite going to be enough. I think you just dodged another bullet, Will.
Y'all get me nervous now.
Doesn't he sound it? He sounds so nervous. Tell us how nervous you are.
Ooh, I need to go to the bathroom real bad.
All right. All right, Rick. Great job for you this week. Oh, you got the smallest bass of the tournament so far with 13 ounces, tied for it. That's a good, well done, but the good news is you're in 4th place overall.
All right. That's good, because, I was really proud of that fish when I caught it. I mean, that saved me from zeroing, and that was a good deal.
Great job. What were your keys to success this week? What kind of baits were you throwing?
We were mostly junk fishing around docks and rocks and that sort of thing. And I caught most of my fish on a shaky head, just a regular green pumpkin worm.
And that's as a co-angler, sometimes that's what you got to resort to, that finesse type style. You're fishing behind a lot of these great pros. They may be out there throwing cranks and spinner baits and stuff like that, and you're out back just throwing around that finesse worm, picking up a few stragglers.
Yeah, most of the time when you're fishing the back of the boat, you really want to throw something different than the pro, because he's going to get all the active fish, but you got to get the ones he misses.
Great tip. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate you coming out. 12 pounds and 6 ounces is going to have you in 4th place overall. With 23 pounds and 10 ounces, Gerald Sporer from Gonzales, Louisiana is going to try to move on up this leaderboard. He's sitting in 12th place. He has 4 fish. He's 1 shy of that 5-fish pro limit. I'm curious as to whether he had that fish on at all today, and if he did, how many times. Come on up, Gerald. We're going to go ahead and get these on the scales. Talk to the folks.
First of all, I want to say congratulations. When I first met this man right here, I was told call him Mr. Will or Homie.
So what'd you go with?
Homie.
I think that's a good nickname. I'm going to have to remember that.
So me and Mr. Will was able to come up together, and we scouted together, and we worked together. He brought his own boat and stuff like that, and it worked out great because he's sitting in the hot seat right now.
He may be trying to figure out how he's going to get 2 boats home.
I think we'll figure that out. But anyway, today was tough. Didn't get the bites. I wasn't getting a lot of bites at all, period. I just had to fish all day from beginning to end, and today it just fell short. I only had 4 fish and didn't get that big bite. Every day I was depending on a big bite.
All right. 6 pounds, 2 ounces today, going to give you a total weight of 29.12 and have you sitting in 4th place. It's been a great week for you.
Yeah, this is the first year fishing the Opens, and made a top 12 cut my first year, and my goal was to make the Elite Series next year, and I blew that in Oklahoma, but I can't wait till next year because it's like you get to redo everything again because the schedule's almost the same.
Get a start over. Thank you. Appreciate you coming out. 29 pounds to 12 ounces for you, sitting in 4th place. From Claremore, Oklahoma, come on up, Brian Potter. Brian rolling on up here with this skeeter boat, powered by Yamaha outboard. Got a chance to fish with Michael Perry from Brownsville, Tennessee. Met a new friend today. Go ahead and get him to stop. And woo, there we go. Is that one of our Mississippi guys there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Figured that. All right, come on up, Michael. 9 pounds and 15 ounces after 2 days of competition. He has 2 fish. They need to be giants because we're looking for 7 pounds, 3 ounces to take over the lead. Not quite going to be enough, but you're sitting in 10th. I'm going to do the math right now. 2 pounds, 13 ounces is going to move you all the way up into 4th place.
Pretty good. I'll take that. This is first open that I fished, so I was
First one ever?
ever. Won't be my last, so I'll be back.
I like to hear that. So what attracted you to coming out here and fishing the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Opens?
Just a big bass fan, and my kids have gotten older, so I got the time now to try to do some of this stuff. So looking forward to doing some more of it.
Sounds like a great plan. Great job. 12 pounds, 12 ounces. Going to have you sitting in 4th place. Come on up, Ryan Potter. Ron's fishing on the pro side, and he's got just 2 fish, so he's not going to knock Steven out. Man, this thing is getting interesting. How you doing?
Pretty good today. It was a rough day today. I had 2 big ones on today and just didn't get them to the boat. They were both over 4 pounds. I don't know. I needed that wind to blow. It started blowing and then went into where I caught them on the first day and hooked 2 4-pounders and both of them came off. So it was a lot of fun. I'm glad I'm standing here. This is the second time I've been in the top 12 in 2 years, and I hope next year I can make all 3 top 12s.
That sounds like a great plan. Total weight today is going to be 2 pounds and 10 ounces. It's going to have you sit with 28 pounds and 12 ounces. You're in 8th place overall, Brian.
Well, that'll work. I'm ready to get home and see my family. I'll get a 9-hour drive ahead of me, so.
All right, well, we'll send you off the stage. Drive safely. Say hello to everyone. 8th place right now with 28 pounds, 12 ounces. All right, he's from Livingston, Texas, but really, he's all the way from Japan. Put your hands together. Kenta Kimura sitting in 2nd place, chasing our Livingston lure leader, Randall Tharp. He fished with Mike Whitty from Jackson, Mississippi. All right, we're going to go ahead and ask Mike Whitty to come on up. Mike does have at least 1 fish, maybe 2. He needs to have 7-2. I think we're safe, Will. Let's go ahead and get Mike to come on over here. Today's weight, 13 ounces. Going to have you moved up to 7th place overall with 10-13. Good week for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming out.
Appreciate y'all coming out.
All right, I think we should come back some more. What do you think?
I'd love it.
How many days a year do you fish Ross Burnett?
1 day a week.
1 day a week, so that would be about 52 days, right?
That's it.
All right, thank you. Appreciate you coming out. Great job this week. All right, Kenta, all the way from Japan. Young man trying to qualify for the Bassmaster Classic. He's got himself in the top 12. 2 foreign anglers in the top 12 here this week. He's sitting in 10th place right now. He only has 2 fish.
Yeah, it was tough out there today. I mean, I thought I'm going to have pretty good back today, but, wind just kind of killed me all day, because I was fishing with frog. It's pretty much all I was throwing first 2 days.
Frog all week. What kind of frog were you throwing?
It's a depth, decided grab twin tail. It's a kind of like rivet stuff. The one thing
Big thumpers on the back?
Yeah, it's got a curry tail on it. Yeah, it's got a curry tail on the back. The one thing I figured what's different with other guys was just burning. I can't make it slow down. That's why they like to eat it, so.
You wanted it fast? You wanted it fast?
Yeah, that's only way I could get the bigger ones bite. So, I thought I'm gonna have a big ones bite this afternoon, but, for some reason they just come up and look at it, but didn't eat it. So I know the fish is still there, but just look at it,
They're just looking at it, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
That's kind of insulting, isn't it?
I mean, I had a hard time with that. I know they're there still, but just didn't eat it. So, yeah, I had a hard time, but
They didn't stick their tongues out at you, did they?
yeah.
Great job. 30 pounds, 1 ounce moves you all the way up into 4th place. Put your hands together. It's not easy to come out here from Japan. Does a great job with the English too, by the way, man. We talked to a lot of Japanese anglers, and he's probably one of the easiest to talk to. Port St. Lucie, Florida's Randall Tharp. He led after day number 1. He led after day number 2. He had our lucky strike heavyweight bag of the tournament until Mr. Browning knocked him out of that. Of course, he was our Livingston Lure leader. He got a chance to fish with Herbie Way from Alexandria, Louisiana today. Herbie's going to come on up here. He's got 2 fish. They need to be good ones, Will.
Not that good.
You need to have 7 pounds, 7 ounces. We'll get them to settle down. 2 pounds, 11 ounces before you're going to have you in 6th place.
Got it.
Enjoyed having you. Thank you. 12 pounds, 6 ounces. And that makes it official. Come on up. Homie.
You can call me anything now.
I'm going to call you co-angler champion of the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Central Open here on Ross Burnett. We started with 148 co-anglers, and then there was one, and his name is Will Major, wins himself a brand new Skeeter boat powered by Yamaha outboard. It's been a great year for you, Will. It's been a pleasure having you, and I'm so glad to see you holding this trophy here today.
Well, thank you very much, being I started off kind of getting disqualified in the first tournament.
And it really did, and folks can go back and read about that, but it sort of started on a rough note and ended on a very positive note.
Well, I fished with some good guys and some guys that helped me out that I stayed with. Pete Combs and a local, Shannon, helped me, and we stayed at his camp. And
was that Shannon Denson?
Yep. We stayed at his camp, and the people from Mississippi will want to thank you. They've been over backwards to us.
Absolutely. It's been a tremendous week here in Mississippi. We really appreciate everything everyone has done. Of course, the Ridgeland community and, of course, Jackson and here in Pearl. It's been a real pleasure.
I still have to pull for LSU, though.
Oh. All right, pal. Well, great job. I'm going to send you on your way. Give him one more round of applause. Will Major. Well done. All right. I'm going to ask Mr. Tharp to leave his fish right in that bag, right in that live well, I should say, in the bag. Come on up here. Talk to me for a little bit. All right. How you doing?
I feel pretty good.
All right. You're sitting in 6th place right now. You haven't even weighed a fish. You were leading after day number 1 and again after day number 2. Had that great start with 16 pounds, double digits again on day number 2. Did you put it together? Did it work out today?
You know, it was a struggle all day today. I mean, my bites, I had 15 keepers the first day. Yesterday I caught about 10, and today I had 6 bites total.
All right. But it's a 5-fish limit, so that's not such a bad deal.
Well, if I caught all 5 of them, that's pretty good.
All right. Well, what do you say we get this thing started, have you walk in that boat and bring them on up here?
That sounds good. Let's do it.
All right, let's go ahead and get him to come on up. He's from Port St. Joe, Florida. Everybody knows him. Had a big win at the Forest Wood Cup. He needs to have 8 pounds and 13 ounces. Take over the lead. Do you got a limit there, Randall?
This makes number 5.
All right, it's going to get interesting, but 8 pounds and 13 ounces, and Randall Tharp punches his ticket to the Bassmaster Classic. He's already won our points race here in the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Central Opens. 12 pounds, 11 ounces. What? Hold a couple of those up. Great run by Stephen Brown. He moves all the way up to second place.
Hey, I'd like to say real quick, thank you for all the service people that they bend over backwards, putting their lives on day in, day out so we can come out here and do this, and I can come in second place.
Thank you, Stephen. Great job. All right, we'll have Randall hold those up, and then we're going to talk to him. Going to go ahead and try that for big bass. We're looking for 6 pounds, 7 ounces. That's what Rowan had. I don't know, not quite going to be enough, but man, that's the kind of bite you needed today.
Yeah, you know, I had a limit when that one bit. I had 2 real small ones. And when I set the hook, I hadn't set the hook on a fish like that all week.
5 pounds, 2 ounces. Total weight of 41 pounds and 15 ounces.
That's sweet, isn't it?
That sounds nice. How about sweet 2014 Bassmaster Classic, Lake Gunnersville? You got a lot of history there as well. That brings a smile to your face.
Yeah, you know, I actually won the one of these tournaments there.
You won a Bass Pro Shop Bassmaster Open. What year was that? You won 2 that year, if I recall.
Yeah, that was 2008. That was my first year as a professional angler, and you know, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Lake Gunnersville. I won enough money fishing little club tournaments up there and weekend, you know, tournaments to go start fishing regional level events, and it's always been a special place to me. You know, to fish the Classic there on what I call my home lake, it's going to be an awesome time.
All right, well, I'm going to welcome up a special guest to make this official. Come on up, Pat Reniger. He's the general manager of the Bass Pro Shops here in Pearl, Mississippi, to present our trophy to Randall Tharp.
Randall, congratulations on behalf of all the Bass Pro Shop team members here, and great week of fishing, and want to congratulate you on a great week. Thanks for coming out.
All right, one more time, Randall Tharp, 2014 Classic qualifier and winner here at the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Central Open on Ross Burnett. You couldn't have scripted it any better. It's starting to resonate. Anyone else you want to thank before we send the great folks off, and thank all of our great sponsors that make these things happen?
Yeah, you know, first and foremost, I want to thank my wife. You know, I wouldn't be here without her. I said it when I won the cup this year, you know, that.
Where is Sarah?
She's sitting right there.
Come on up here, Sarah.
You know, she's a big part of what I do. I mean, we're on the road 11 months out of the year, and we've got about a month off now. Thank goodness for both of us. You know, and also there's a lot of my family here in Mississippi I haven't seen since I turned pro. And there's 6 or 7 of them that came out here. I want to thank you guys for coming out to see me today. I mean, this is what I do, and this, you know, this is why my parents and nobody ever sees me, because I'm catching bass all over this country. But you know, besides, thank you so much. Bill probably wouldn't be here if you hadn't have taken me out in your bass boat when I was a teenager. You know, also I got a lot of great sponsors. I want to thank all of them. You know, Ranger Boats, Evinrude Outboards, obviously Everstart's been my title sponsor now for 3 years. I owe them a big thanks. You know, Power Pole, they were key this week. The wind was blowing. It allowed me to anchor down, fish the docks. I mean, that's what I did. I skipped a 4x4 bass jig. It's my signature series. It's a color called Golden Crawl. I fished it on 20-pound Gamma line and a Halo rod. 90% of the fish I weighed in came on my jig in about 2 foot of water. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Range Tungsten. I know I'm leaving a few Chevy trucks. Okay, am I forgetting anybody? I think that's about got it. Thank everybody for coming out. It's an awesome crowd. Come see me at the Classic. Maybe I'll hold that trophy too.
Great job, Randall Tharp. Once again, our 2013 Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Central Open champion. And thanks everyone for coming out. Got to thank, of course, all of our great sponsors. It starts here with Bass Pro Shops and Toyota. Of course, Berkeley Baits, Evan Williams Bourbon, Triton Boats and Mercury Outboards are going to give Randall a brand new Triton boat powered by Mercury Outboard. Of course, Skeeter Boats and Yamaha for supplying us with the Co-Angler Champion boat. Want to thank Humminbird Electronics, Minn Kota Trolling Motors, and Nitro Boats. Check out your Nitro Boats here at the Bass Pro Shops. Of course, our supporting sponsors, Boat US and Carhartt. How about Mr. Rowan Martin, a legend in the sport with a 6-pound 7-ounce fish, gets that Carhartt Big Bass of the tournament on the pro division. I want to thank Lucky Strike Baits, of course, Power Pole Lowrance, Shimano, Diet Mountain Dew, and of course, our big local host, the Ridgeland Tourism Commission. Give them a big round of applause. Remind them to bring bass back. Thanks, folks. We'll see you next time here in Mississippi and on Bassmaster.com.